You're being told that AI is moving too fast, that it's out of control, that nobody understands what's coming. But here's the uncomfortable truth. The people who understand AI better than anyone alive are not panicking about speed. They're worried about direction. And almost nobody is listening to them. Pause. Because once you understand what they're actually warning about, the entire AI race starts to look dangerously misguided. Most people think the AI debate is about power, how big the models are, how many chips are running, how fast systems are improving. That's the conversation happening on headlines and earnings calls. But behind the scenes, the people who helped build modern AI are talking about something else entirely. They're asking a quieter question. What if we're scaling the wrong thing? What if intelligence doesn't break because it's too powerful, but because it's built on assumptions that don't hold? This is not a theory. This is a warning coming from inside the field. These warnings don't sound dramatic. They don't come with timelines or doomsday dates. That's why they're easy to ignore. Instead, they sound like this. We don't really understand why these systems work. We don't know what they're learning internally. And scaling them further may not fix that problem. That last part is the key. Because the entire AI industry is built on one belief. That if something doesn't work well enough, you just make it bigger. More data, more compute, more parameters. But what if that belief is wrong? Imagine building a bridge by adding more steel every time it wobbles. Eventually, it doesn't collapse. But it also doesn't go where you intended. That's the concern being raised. Not that AI will suddenly become evil. Not that it will escape control overnight. But that we are reinforcing systems we don't fully understand and mistaking performance for comprehension. The models look smarter. They sound more confident. They feel more capable. But inside, they may still be brittle. And brittleness at scale is not safety. It's risk. So if these warnings exist, why doesn't the industry slow down? Because no one wants to be the first to stop. AI is no longer just a research field. It's infrastructure. It's national strategy. It's economic survival. If one company pauses, another accelerates. If one country hesitates, another pushes forward. That dynamic makes caution look like weakness. So the warnings don't disappear. They just get buried under progress. The real fear isn't that AI becomes super intelligent tomorrow. It's that we lock ourselves into an architecture that cannot be corrected later. That we optimize for scale instead of understanding. That we confuse output quality with internal reliability. Because once systems become deeply embedded in economies, governments, and decision-making, changing their foundations becomes nearly impossible. That's when direction matters more than speed. This isn't an abstract debate. Every time you hear that the next breakthrough will come from bigger models, bigger chips, bigger budgets, you should hear the unspoken assumption underneath. That intelligence is something you can brute force. The smartest people in AI are not convinced that's true. And if they're right, then the race we're watching is not toward clarity, but toward complexity we can't unwind. History shows that the most dangerous technologies don't fail loudly. They fail slowly. They fail convincingly. They fail while looking successful. The AI warning nobody wants to hear is not that we're moving too fast. It's that we may already be moving in the wrong direction. And course correction is hardest when momentum feels like progress. Pause. In the next video, we're going to look at what happens if this warning continues to be ignored. Stay sharp. Stay mapped.